Hey there, it's time to learn the mode that churches did not like. In fact, it was banned. It's our final lesson. We're going to learn all about the Locrian mode. Sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty fun. Hey, as always, thanks for watching and thanks for being here. If you haven't yet, make sure you click like, subscribe, and click the alerts to make sure you see every video I do. Way too much with my lifetime. And if you've already done it, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. So this is it. It's our final mode. I'm not saying it's our final lesson. I'm going to give you like a really cool bonus lesson that helps you like put it all together, but it's our final mode pattern lesson. So we've been over Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, and today we talk about the seventh mode. It is Locrian. First, I'm going to put the shape up right now, the pattern, for you to pause, take a screenshot, really let it soak in just in case, because this one is a little bit of heavy lifting compared to what we've learned in the past. And speaking of what we've learned in the past, if you haven't watched the series thus far, make sure you do. I'll put it up top. But remember, we compare everything to our major scale. And when we think about G major, we think about 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, and then 4. Those are the 7 notes of the major scale. And we assign numbers to those, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, when we look at Locrian, instantly you see massive differences. But before we get into it, I want to remind you of Aeolian just because we will be using that in an exercise here that I highly recommend. So G Aeolian looked like 3, 5, 6 on your low E, 3, 5, 6 on your A, 3, 5, 7 on your D string, 3, 5, 7 on the G, 4, 6, 8 on the B, and 5, 6, 8 on the high E. Now for G Locrian, because again, we're doing them all in G so that you understand the difference of major positions and modes. We want to make sure we do all of these with a drone resolving tone, a tonal center of G, so that you hear the differences that these note changes make impacting that tone. So for G Locrian, 3, 4, 6 on your low E, 3, 4, 6 on your A, 3, 5, 6 on your D, 3, 5, 6 on your G, 4, 6, 8 on your B, and 4, 6, 8 on your high E. So the first thing I want you to listen to is how every note impacts that tonal center or that modal tone of G. So first I'm going to play a backing track of G and then we'll play through the Locrian mode in G. Next, I want you to start understanding how all of these shapes connect across the fretboard to still be playing in something like G Locrian with the shapes we're already learning. So technically, we can bring in shapes that we memorize like Aeolian and still be playing in G Locrian. If you remember the G Aeolian we played, it started at 3, it went to 5, and then 6. But we know that that second note, as long as we match that interval, can lead into our Locrian pattern. So if we shift down what we know as the Aeolian shape down to the first fret, and we start it here and go 1, 3, 4, what do you know? Remember, our Locrian starts with 3, 4, 6. So while we're borrowing that pattern, we're playing all the same notes. The resolving tone, that tonal center, is still G, so it's just extending our G Locrian easily. And that's it, my friend. You are a modal master of sorts. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's a technical certification, but you have it. For this week, what I recommend, I want you to first memorize G Locrian. So just focus on that G Locrian starting on the 3rd fret going up and back down, making sure you start slow, making sure the right notes are ringing out, none of the wrong notes or other notes are ringing out, and it's done evenly. Speed up from there until you're comfortable and confident and start to connect those two positions, or patterns, I should say, so that you're technically thinking in the pattern of Aeolian. You're starting it on the 1st fret and you're going into the 3rd fret with this new Locrian pattern. And make sure you stay tuned, because it's all going to become very clear what we've been doing here and why we've been doing it in the last video of our series coming up. And if you're not, again, if you haven't liked, subscribed, and clicked the alerts, you won't see it. So make sure you see it. Do the thing. And I'll see you in the next video.